Hello, welcome to our channel, welcome to Agape TV. I brought this message from Apostle Michael Orokpo. 4 things you must put in place to make your life to shine forth. This message, you are going to learn a lot and it bless your life as you listen. Thank you.
You must arise and shine because it's your nature. A man who is not shining is denatured. In 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 5, he said, you are the children of light. And because you are the children of light, it's your nature to shine. If you are not shining, you are denatured. And when you are denatured, nothing you do makes sense. Because you are operating from a lower version of yourself. You are operating from a version of yourself that is not consistent with the original design. If you operate by the dictates of the original design, shining will be natural to you. In fact, the order of shining we are talking about here is not you being your best. It's at one level for you to be your best. But what God is saying is not, this is my best. No. The kind of shining God is talking about is the same kind of shining that God himself shines. Because in Matthew chapter 8 verse 12, Jesus said, he said, I am the light of the world. He said, he that follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. And then Jesus came back to say in John 5:14, he said, you are the light of the world. So the same way I am the light of the world, you also should become the light of the world. So what Jesus was trying to say is, when men seek me, if they see you, they have seen me. That's what it means to shine. It's not just to be good at physics. It's not just to be good at marketing. It's to be able to reflect God. That wherever you are, there will be no doubt as to who God is or whether God exists. You will mirror God in his supernatural and superlative dimension to the point that no man can deny his existence. If he chooses to, it will not be out of ignorance. It will be out of rebellion. And so because of you, your word can be judged. This is the summary of the life of Noah. The Bible said, because of the degree to which Noah reflected God, it said the world was judged because of Noah. Because if Noah is around, it will be impossible for you to deny that God is not real. If you are denying that God is not real, it's not because you are ignorant. Seeing the life of Noah will give you indicators to the supernatural. So much so that even yourself will know if you say God is not existing, you are lying. And so your shining is the reason why a dark world will be judged. Because everywhere you appear, you don't appear in the order of your family line. You appear in the order of the Christ. When men see you, they see God. Number 2, why must we shine? If we don't shine, darkness will not be subdued. You know, it's pathetic when Christians move around blaming people. We are not called to blame them. We are called to silence them. He said, the light shines in the darkness. The darkness comprehends it not. And so the Christian is not a being of truth, it's a being of answers. So when there is contradiction, that's your platform. Our platform is not a stage with any displays and lights. Our platform are the contradictions of the world. When there is darkness, we show forth. When there is darkness, we show forth. Our manifestation is in the thickest of darkness. And this is how men will know that we serve a God that is supreme. The best witness you can bring to a generation is not by preaching, it's by showing God. Because the reason God calls us to shine is to push back darkness. We are the antidote to the operations of darkness. Darkness shall cover the earth, gross darkness shall cover the people, but that's not the problem. The problem is that Christians are not shining. Because if Christians were shining, the darkness would have become a platform. But unfortunately, we have not understood that the problem we complain about is actually our opportunity to shine. To increase power. When you sing, darkness moves. When you talk, darkness moves. Whatever you do, first you dissipate darkness because you are shining. You are shining. The reason God calls us to shine is so that darkness can be dissipated. Number 3, the reason God calls us to shine is because only within the context of light can purpose be fulfilled. I already told you about Paul. He was killing and murdering Christians, thinking he was doing God a favor. He was in darkness. Is it possible for a man to put his whole energy in an enterprise, yet that thing does not strike a chord in eternity? I told them, I said, if you are in the wrong direction, speed is not an advantage. And so purpose cannot be found except as light is shed, and except as a man begins to shine. Because there are many who have not begun to shine, or they put their light under a bushel, and they are hoping to fulfill purpose. Purpose can only begin to find expression as your light begins to beam. It is in that light that you fulfill purpose. Even God could not walk except as light appeared. In Genesis chapter 1, he said the world was in chaos. Darkness was upon the face of the deep. The first thing God did was to call forth light. The moment light came, the work of God began. The reason many can never fulfill purpose is because they are in darkness. And so in a conference like this, you are expected or called to find your reading back to the foundation. You trace your reality from the Christ. Until you find yourself in Christ, you can't do anything that is worthwhile. Because there are many persons who believe because they study neuroscience, they will fulfill purpose. There is no purpose outside of Christ. Everything outside Christ is darkness. And until what you are doing, Christ becomes the force that determines how that thing is done, there is no purpose in it. Because there are many persons who will compromise God in order to advance what they are doing. Because they think what they are doing is superior to their work with God. So again and again, they sacrifice their work with God in order to go forward in what they are doing. When you journey to the end of the road, you discover it is death. Because there is a way that seemeth right unto a man, the end of that path is dead. The only time you can fulfill purpose and walk through life meaningfully is when Christ has the preeminence. If Christ is not the preeminence, you have not found light and you are not yet shining. No matter how effective you are, at the end of the day, that thing can't define your essence. It cannot define you, and it can never bring to you. And so the third reason why we shine is because purpose can only be factored within the context of light. And number 4, which is the last I will say, is that your true value is in your life. Your true value is the arise, shine, for thy light is come. The glory of the Lord is risen upon you. He said, Gentiles shall come to your light. They won't come to you. Nobody cares your skin color. Nobody cares about your height. Nobody cares about what you possess. He said, Gentiles shall come to your light. And he said, kings shall come to the brightness of your rising. So your true value is tied to the light that you have caught in God. If a man has no light, he has no value. And in our world today, because people lack value, they try to make value out of flesh. And so you see a young man, he spends all the time gymming for his chest to be bigger. If it's exercise, that's good. If it's for health purpose, that's good. But if it's to look better, you are waste. A young lady scrapes all her eyelashes, use something, color it, they apply 7 colors of powder. By the time you are 38, even your skin will begin to tell you that your value is bigger than your skin. Because the skin will start giving way. The skin, the moment you give birth to 2-3 children, you will be shaped. And so if your value was hanging on your physical body, before you are 40, you will know. Your value is not in your youth. It's in the light that beams out of you. The light. What is the ray? What is the radiation that beams out of you? That's where value is. And those ones, they never grow old because they are as eternal as the God that is emitted. They are as immortal, without corruption, as the God that is reflected. Find someone who beams the light of God. The older, the better. Because it's called Ancient of Days. The more you know, the more you want to know. The more you see, the more you want. Don't you know what the 20 and 4 elders do? Every time when the glory appears, they bow. When they bow and they lift up their eyes, they see another dimension. They bow. They rise up, they see another dimension, they bow. They've never exhausted the glory. Because anything that comes from God is immortal and is eternal. The more it beams, the more glorious it becomes. It's an excelling glory. And so when God calls us to shine, He's bringing us into an economy, a value system that cannot be gainsaid. Even kings can come. Even kings. He said they will come to the brightness of your rising. If it is light, it will attract even kings. If it is light. And he didn't say king, he said kings. Many of them will come. Because they can't deny it. Nobody can deny light. Nobody can undermine light. We all need light. And so true value is in light.